Okay, quick question. Have you ever stood in profound silence, gazing up at the cosmos, or perhaps studied the intricate details of a simple leaf and felt a deep, resonant sense of order? A feeling that beneath the apparent chaos of existence there lies a hidden structure, an elegant and repeating rhythm that connects all things. This intuition, this quiet whisper in the soul, is not mere imagination. It is an observation of a profound truth, a glimpse into the fundamental nature of reality. This rhythm echoes from the grandest scales imaginable, in the majestic swirling arms of a distant galaxy, a cosmic dance of billions of stars choreographed across millions of light years. It scales down to the intimate beauty of our own world, in the precise arrangement of petals on a flower, each one unfurling in perfect mathematical grace. It even pulses within you, a constant, life-affirming cadence in the very rhythm of your own heartbeat. In every corner of creation, from the colossal to the microscopic, there is a secret code being written, a universal language being spoken. And what is this profound universal language? What is this secret code that underpins all of reality? The answer is as elegant as it is powerful. It is mathematics. But this isn't the cold, abstract arithmetic of a dusty textbook. This is living, breathing mathematics. It is the foundational logic, the very architecture of the cosmos. It is in its purest form the unmistakable signature of a singular, masterful creator. This signature, this divine imprint, is what we seek to understand. It is a sign, an ayah in the language of the Quran, left for those who reflect. So let us embark on a journey to trace this pattern, to uncover what can only be described as Allah's mathematical fingerprint, woven into the very fabric of existence. Our journey begins with a deceptively simple sequence of numbers, one you may have encountered before, the Fibonacci sequence. It is a pattern of profound elegance, a cornerstone of nature's design language. The sequence begins with 0 and 1. From there, the rule is beautifully straightforward. Each subsequent number is simply the sum of the two that came before it. So 1 plus 1 gives us 2. 1 plus 2 gives us 3. 2 plus 3 gives us 5. Then 8, 13, 21, 34, and so on, stretching into infinity. On the surface, it's a simple numerical progression. But when we look to the natural world, we find this sequence is not just a mathematical curiosity. It is a fundamental blueprint for growth and form. Look closely at the head of a sunflower. You will see its seeds are not randomly scattered. They are arranged in two distinct sets of spirals. Count them. Invariably, you will find a pair of consecutive Fibonacci numbers, perhaps 34 and 55, or 55 and 89. This arrangement is the most efficient way to pack the maximum number of seeds, ensuring each one has optimal access to sunlight and nutrients. It is a perfect solution to a complex engineering problem. You will find this same principle in the scales of a pine cone and the segments on a pineapple. The branching of trees, the arrangement of leaves on a stem, a strategy called phyllotaxis, all follow this divine sequence to maximize their exposure to life-giving light. The beautiful chambers of the nautilus shell grow in a perfect spiral governed by this code. Even the mighty swirling arms of a hurricane, a force of immense power, often conform to this same elegant form. This recurring pattern is far too consistent, too perfect in its efficiency to be a mere accident. It is a clear and persistent message embedded in creation, a call for us to pay attention, to observe, and to recognize that there is an intelligent, meticulous design at play. But the story of this divine fingerprint does not end here. In fact, the Fibonacci sequence is a gateway to an even more fundamental constant, a number so special it has been called the divine proportion. If you take any two successive numbers in the Fibonacci sequence and divide the larger by the smaller, you get a ratio. As you move further along the sequence, this ratio gets closer and closer to an irrational number, approximately 1.618. This number is known as phi, or the golden ratio. It is a mathematical constant that appears to be the universe's preferred aesthetic. And where do we find this golden ratio? We need look no further than the mirror. You yourself are a testament to this divine proportion. The human body is a symphony of golden ratios. The distance from your shoulder to your fingertips, divided by the distance from your elbow to your fingertips, approximates phi. The joints in your fingers, from the tip to the base of your wrist, follow this ratio. The proportions of your face, the relationship between the width of your mouth and the width of your nose, the positioning of your eyes, all adhere to this principle of aesthetic perfection. It is as if the Creator used this same mathematical ruler to sculpt the human form. This proportion is not limited to our bodies. It is found at the very core of life itself. The DNA molecule, the double helix that contains the genetic code for all living things, measures 34 angstroms long by 21 angstroms wide for each full cycle of its spiral. These numbers, 21 and 34, are of course consecutive numbers in the Fibonacci sequence, and their ratio is a close approximation of the golden ratio. The very blueprint of life is stamped with this divine signature. For millennia, humanity has been subconsciously drawn to this proportion, recognizing its inherent beauty. The ancient Greeks incorporated it into the design of the Parthenon, creating a structure of timeless beauty. Renaissance artists like Leonardo da Vinci used the golden ratio to compose their masterpieces, creating works that resonate with a sense of perfect balance and order. It seems that when we seek to create beauty, we are merely rediscovering and applying the same mathematical principles that the Creator used to design the universe. So, what are we to make of all this? Are these just fascinating coincidences, or are they signs pointing to a deeper reality? From the spiral of a galaxy to the spiral in our DNA, from the petals on a flower to the proportions of our own face, we see the same mathematical constants repeated over and over. This is not chaos. This is not random chance. This is the hallmark of a single, unified and intelligent source. It is the work of a creator who is both the ultimate mathematician and the ultimate artist. These patterns are a reminder that we are not separate from the universe. We are an integral part of it, intricately woven into a cosmic tapestry of divine design. In every pattern there is a story, in every number a sign, and in every sign an invitation to marvel at the genius of the design and the majesty of the designer. For millennia, humanity's greatest minds have sought to capture the essence of beauty and harmony. They have striven to create works that resonate not just with the eye, but with the soul. From the sun-drenched marble of the Parthenon in Athens, its proportions, meticulously calculated to the enigmatic smile of Da Vinci's Mona Lisa, framed by the elegant curve of the golden spiral, there is a common thread, a hidden code. Artists and architects believed they were inventing principles of design, but they were, in fact, rediscovering them. This mathematical elegance wasn't a human creation at all. It is a fundamental property of the universe itself, a blueprint that has been stamped into the very fabric of existence, long before the first human mind ever conceived of a number. We see it in the unfurling of a fern, in the perfect logarithmic spiral of a nautilus shell, a shape that has remained unchanged for hundreds of millions of years. We see it in the chaotic yet predictable patterns of weather systems swirling across our planet, and in the jagged fractal coastlines that defy simple measurement. This order is present in the delicate architecture of a snowflake where no two are identical, yet all adhere to a strict hexagonal symmetry. It is a silent, persistent rhythm, a mathematical heartbeat echoing through the natural world. And this intricate design language doesn't stop at the world we can see. If we journey inward, deep into the building blocks of matter itself, we find the same astonishing order. At the atomic level, electrons don't swarm the nucleus in a chaotic cloud. Instead, they occupy distinct energy shells, their positions governed by the precise and unwavering laws of quantum mechanics. These are not arbitrary rules. They are the mathematical constants that make chemistry possible, that allow atoms to bond and form the molecules that constitute our bodies, our world, our universe. Without this mathematical foundation, nothing could exist. There would be no stability, no structure, only a formless, transient soup of energy. From this infinitesimal scale, let us now pull back past our world, past our sun, to the cosmic expanse. Here too we find that the universe does not run on random chaos. The majestic spiral arms of a galaxy, a celestial echo of the snail's shell, are shaped by the same mathematical principles. The planets in our solar system trace elegant elliptical orbits around the Sun, their paths described by equations discovered by Johannes Kepler centuries ago. The universe operates on a grand cosmic clockwork, a system of profound order. It runs on equations, on physical laws, on patterns that repeat and evolve across billions of years and light years of space. It is a symphony composed of gravity, light and time, and its score is written in the language of mathematics. So, what are we to make of this pervasive universal order? What does all of this mean? It suggests that mathematics is far more than a subject we learn in a classroom, more than a tool for calculation or a dry collection of numbers and symbols. Galileo Galilei once proclaimed that the universe is a grand book, written in the language of mathematics. This language transcends human culture and history. It is the same on Earth as it would be in the Andromeda Galaxy. It is the underlying grammar of reality. For many, this points to something profound. It is seen as a language written by a divine creator, by Allah. A form of expression that conveys not just logic, but also infinite creativity, balance and breathtaking beauty in every single thing. In Islamic tradition, this understanding is deeply embedded. The intricate geometric patterns that adorn mosques and manuscripts are not mere decoration. They are a form of contemplation, a visual representation of the infinite, unified and transcendent nature of God. By focusing on these abstract mathematical forms, the artist and the viewer are guided away from the transient physical world and towards a deeper spiritual reality. It is an act of worship through the appreciation of divine order. This divine mathematics is not hidden away in ancient texts or complex equations. It is all around us, waiting to be seen. The next time you see a sunflower, look closely at its head. You will see two sets of spirals of seeds, one curving clockwise, the other counterclockwise. Count them. You will almost certainly find a pair of consecutive Fibonacci numbers, 34 and 55, or 55 and 89. This is the most efficient way to pack seeds. A perfect mathematical solution discovered by nature. Or look at the branching of a tree, how a trunk splits into branches which split into smaller branches, a fractal pattern that maximizes exposure to sunlight. Consider the humble honeycomb, its perfect hexagonal cells providing the maximum storage with the minimum amount of wax. And when you look up at the stars on a clear night, remember that you are not just seeing random points of light. You are witnessing the grand celestial mechanics of gravity and motion, a cosmic dance choreographed by mathematical law. You are looking at divine math in action. Could this all be a grand coincidence? A series of fortunate accidents? The sheer pervasiveness of these patterns from the smallest particle to the largest galaxy suggests otherwise. This is not the signature of chance, it is a fingerprint, a unique, inimitable mark of a single, intelligent source. It is a subtle yet persistent reminder that everything in this universe is connected by a common set of rules, a shared origin. It implies that nothing is arbitrary, that everything has its place within a grand, purposeful design. To truly grasp this is to see the world differently. It is to understand that the universe is not a cold, empty void, but a place of profound and intricate beauty, a cosmos imbued with meaning. And that realization is, quite simply, awe-inspiring. It transforms our relationship with the world around us. A simple walk in the woods becomes a tour of a gallery showcasing fractal art. A glance at the sky becomes an appreciation of celestial mechanics. It fosters a sense of wonder and reverence for the creation and for the creator behind it. This journey into the mathematical heart of the universe is just beginning. If you found this exploration as fascinating as we do, take a moment to look around your own world. Tell us in the comments below what patterns you have spotted, what mathematical marvels you have noticed in your daily life. Share the wonder. Until next time, keep your eyes and your mind open for the hidden mathematics of the universe. For in its numbers we find not just logic, but poetry, art, and a glimpse of the divine.